Hey guys, welcome to the Fight Tonight channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 3000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. It's so close, thanks for supporting me guys. Oscar de la Hoya sees Garcia and Gervonta Davis delivering at the box office. The gears are in motion for Garcia and Davis to collide in a massive boxing bout, with April 15 the targeted date. Both fighters are undefeated, with Garcia at 23-0 and Davis at 28-0. Davis currently reigns as WBA lightweight champion. Garcia is a member of De La Hoya's Golden Boy promotion stable, making De La Hoya a key figure in the negotiations that also involve networks DAZN and Showtime. Once everyone gets on the same page, De La Hoya expects pay-per-view buys to be in the millions. "We are all working together to blow this one out of the water," De La Hoya said. "We want to make sure that this event here, because it's such a special fight. We want to make sure that this fight does 2.53 million homes. This is the type of event. Realistically, close to 2.5, he continued. Should Garcia vs. Davis approach De La Hoya's estimate, it would rank among the most lucrative events in boxing history. At 2.5 million buy rate would place in third, behind only Floyd Mayweather's massive bout against Manny Pacquiao, 4.6 million, and Conor McGregor, 4.3 million, and ahead of Mayweather's fight against De La Hoya, 2.48 million, and Canelo Alvarez, 2.2 million. Can Garcia KO Gervonta Davis? A mega fight between lightweight contender Gervonta Davis and Garcia is still in the works for April 15th, but that doesn't prevent us from making a prediction. Can Garcia not only win but stop Davis? How about Shakur Stevenson, who's also moved up to the 135-pound division in search of bigger challengers? Can he be undisputed by the end of the year? Could that fight happen in Las Vegas or the Middle East? Last May, light heavyweight champion Dmitry Bivol dominated Canelo Alvarez to defend his title. Can the rematch be contested at super middleweight, where Alvarez reigns as undisputed champion? And can Hoya, the monster in Hoya, continue his domination of the small division in a move to bantamweight? Mike Coppinger, Nick Parkinson, Ben Baby and Michael Rotain share their thoughts on these topics. Don't be surprised if Garcia knocks out Gervonta Davis. Will be counted as a decided underdog if he meets Davis on April 15 at Las Vegas. Davis is considered an elite fighter, while Garcia is less proven. But Garcia holds obvious advantages over Davis. Ryan is 5'11" and has a 6-inch height advantage over Davis, an undersized 135-pounder. Garcia is also the faster fighter, possessing the quiet hands in boxing. His check left hook is a dangerous weapon. Tank Davis has shown that he gets hit, and so does Garcia. However, Davis is the superior boxer, a fighter with a higher ring IQ and able to set traps for his opponents. Davis also downloads information on opponents while considering the early rounds before fighting the fight-ending blow. But he is never faced someone like Garcia with his blend of size, speed and power. Thanks for watching guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.